Welcome back. I'm Scott Sorensen, Fire Chief of Fire District 3. We are honored to be your emergency services provider. A few years ago, Fire District 3 residents approved a fire levy lid lift. We've used that funding to purchase this ladder truck and other emergency response vehicles. Your support has helped us hire additional firefighters to respond to higher call volumes and maintain response times for residents served by Fire District 3. We appreciate your support and want to say thank you for partnering with us to save lives and property.
The City contracts with Fire District 3 for emergency services. This partnership has benefits for both jurisdictions. It provides additional units to respond to emergencies, additional advanced life support capabilities, and many cost-sharing opportunities. It also helps fund a fire marshal and fire prevention services in our local schools and in the wildland interface.
However, a contract is short-term and there are challenges for both the Fire District and City with this relationship. That's why we're asking voters in both the City and Fire District to allow City property owners to annex to Fire District 3. Let's talk with Battleground City Manager Erin Erdman and learn more about annexation.
I'm Erin Erdman, City Manager of Battleground. Thanks for watching. As Chief Sorensen mentioned, there are challenges for the City with a contract for emergency services. For example, the cost of the contract will exceed our property tax levy when it is renewed. This means we would have to make cuts not only to emergency service levels, but also to city services such as roads, police, and parks to maintain a balanced budget, which is required by law. City residents are asking for more services, not less. They also want to protect the level and quality of emergency services they receive. Annexing the fire district is how we make this happen.
A short-term contract poses challenges for the Fire District as well. We cannot plan on a regional level for emergency services, which is insufficient. We also cannot make long-term investments in things like fire stations or engines to serve both communities if the contract is at risk or not being renewed.
So how would this work for city property owners if voters approve annexation? If you own property in the city, you would pay a fire levy directly to Fire District 3 for emergency services. The city is reducing its utility tax for water, sewer, and stormwater drainage for property owners and renters to help offset about a third of this cost. The remaining revenue will be used to fund community priorities such as more police, improving roads, maintaining parks and trails, and some beautification projects. And let's talk about police services for a moment, specifically because public safety is such a high priority for our community. I've asked Lieutenant Mike Fort to share how we plan to improve public safety if annexation is approved.
Thanks, Erin. At the police department, we get a lot of complaints about traffic issues like red light running and speeding in neighborhoods. Now, we work hard every day, but we just don't have enough officers to handle those issues consistently all the time. Also, many people are affected by nonviolent crimes like property theft, vandalism, identity theft. And currently, we don't have enough officers to adequately investigate those type of crimes. Annexation will allow us to hire additional patrol officers so that we can help the community more. On behalf of the men and women of the Battleground Police Department, we appreciate you considering how annexation will allow us to serve you better and make our community safer.
If you currently live in Fire District 3, your fire levy rate remains the same under annexation. In fact, annexation means all property owners would pay the same levy rate for fire and emergency services, which is fair. City residents will be able to vote on fire district issues such as commissioners' levies and bonds, which they currently cannot do. As a final note, annexation is more cost-effective for taxpayers when planning regionally for emergency services. But most importantly, it will protect the level and quality of emergency services for our communities.
Voters in both the City and Fire District must approve annexation for it to take effect. Ballots will be mailed to all the registered voters the third week of January and must be returned by February 11th. You can find more information on our websites. Also, feel free to contact Chief Sorensen or myself anytime with questions. and thank you for considering our request.
If you have any questions, you can contact Erin Erdman, Battleground City Manager at 360-342-5005, or you can email her at erin.erdman@cityofbattleground.org. You can also contact Fire Chief Scott Sorensen of Fire District 3 at 360-892-2331, or you can email him at scott@fire3.org.